arriving in Vogler, was met with the celebration of the Kingfisher Festival. Even though the town was preparing for the funeral of the beloved Espen Greenshield, he would have wanted nothing more than for the festivities to carry on in his honor. Our hero's first stop was to the Fish Bowl, ran by Uncle Ethar, and known for his famous fish pies. After having their full, they were off to visit the market, where Huck found a new friend, Froswin, a kender selling fish-boned puppets. With the exploration of the new town finished, it was time to assemble at the Brass Crab for the funeral of Espen Greenshield. They spend time retelling some of his famously elaborate stories of adventure and listen to a Sylvanesti elf named Lidara sing a heartfelt love song about Soth and his role in the cataclysm before retiring for the evening. The next morning, the heroes met up with Derrit, and together they made their way to see Becklin at Thornwall Keep. Becklin gave them a gift from Espen as one of his last wishes before passing. He somehow had his famous green shield made into 4 amulets, one for each of the heroes, as long as they agree to partake in Espen's favorite part of the Kingfisher Festival, the reenactment of the Battle of High Hill. The festivities were well on their way, with Cato and Sarlacc joining the fishing contest with Mayor Raven. Sarlacc won the competition by catching Benabog the Linebreaker, using his artificer-infused Trident of Returning Weapon. He commissioned Huck to create a plaque to display his prize. Nova and Huck entered a pie-eating contest with Froswin. It was a fierce competition, but Froswin won first place with Huck in a close second. Nova tried to be sneaky, but still had trouble finishing all her pies. After the festivities, the heroes gathered together to make the short journey to High Hill, where the reenactment of the Battle of High Hill will take place. During the reenactment, Sarlacc realizes that this is turning into a betrayal when the ironclad mercenaries start attacking the villagers with real weapons. The heroes defend the villagers and ultimately defeat the traitor Gragonis, finding out that he was paid off to attack the village and would be paid extra if his men found a green shield. The heroes decide on the party name of Verde Veritas while they are out searching for whoever was paying off Gragonis. As they approach a shallow valley, they realize the threat that stands before them, an army of over 1,000 soldiers. They bring this news back to Vogler. Just as they were consorting with the mayor and Becklin on how to proceed, a messenger arrives at the front gates. While trying to negotiate with the messenger, Cato notices 3 riders on horseback wearing ancient Knight of Solamnia armor. He tries to communicate with them in Solamnic, but they just turn and ride away. Bakaris the Younger starts to act out, yelling at the messenger. High on the cliffs above, a dragon army soldier throws a spear trying to warn him to calm, but misses, hitting Cato in the leg. Bakaris takes off through the crowd, not to be seen again. After some deliberation, the group decides on its plan to deal with the army at their gates. Huck, Sarlacc, and Cato use Don's gnome flinger to catapult across to the soldiers on the cliff, while Nova deals with the messenger on the ground. With the way free, Cudgel returns to her remaining mercenaries to form a resistance against this new threat, while the town prepares for escape down the river to Kalaman. Becklin parts with the group to go help Cudgel, but asks the heroes to retrieve a box that she has for Derrit, but not to give it to him until they reach the safety of Kalaman. The heroes scrounge up every sort of boat they can find or make, creating just enough for every villager to have transportation to make their escape. Without much warning, the dragon army descends upon Vogler. As they are running towards the wharf to get on makeshift boats and head downriver, they see a dragon rider on the back of a huge red dragon, burning buildings and shouting orders. Cato, again, notices the 3 knights in ancient armor, observing the destruction from the cliffs above. Huck was able to rescue a puppy that was left behind in the confusion. Just as they were about free, they hear a yell that a dragon is upon them. The party rushes to the rescue, realizing that it is a mechanical boiler drak being controlled by draconians. After defeating this threat, an ogre crashes through the wall of the brass crab and orders an attack on the heroes. After another heroic fight, the party makes it to the wharf as Becklin also arrives. Becklin gets the party into their boat accompanied by Darrett and Mayor Raven. As the last of the boats are setting off, Becklin sees Lord Baccaris and his son Bully, an elderly person, out of their boat. She assists the elderly to the last boat headed for safety when Cudgel's other lieutenant, Jayev, knocks Becklin out with the butt of his dagger. He picks up her helmet as a swarm of draconians pass by him, leaving him to fade into the distance. The people of Vogler arrive safely a few miles out from Kalaman. The rescuers of Vogler give Darrett the box from Becklin. Inside is a full set of Salamnic armor that he immediately puts on. Nova sees the struggling elderly person that was bullied by Lord Baccaris and uses divine magic to heal his ankle. There were a few villagers that witnessed this and are in awe of her powers. Raven asks Verde Veritas if they would be willing to speak with Kalaman's leaders to secure assistance for the refugees. Upon arriving to Castle Kalaman, they realize that Lord Baccaris has self-appointed himself the leader of Vogler and is trying to convince Kalaman to seek revenge on the dragon army. After some convincing, Governor Miet realizes the truth in what happened and asks the heroes to be part of a special ops team to learn more about this threat. Darrett and Cato agree, and Marshal Vendry offers them free stay within the castle. Nova is finally able to deliver her scroll she received after completing the trial of the barb back before they heard about Ispin's passing. The black-robed mage Wyhan offers to sponsor her and teleports them to Wayreth Forest. The trial lasts a few days, and after the heroes are sent back to Kalaman. Where will the threat of the dragon army lead our heroes next? Only time and adventuring will tell.